ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. We were discussing how to reach God step by step as told by Ramachandra. An important incarnation of God in Hinduism, which takes man through the smooth and effortless path of bhakti. No tearing away, no escape from the normal routines of life, doing all the duties of life with trust and help of the Lord, with absolute perfection and dedication. At the same time, keep on evolving spiritually with every step of life in this world. How can you reach that absolute perfection? By transcending the internal nature, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, raga, dvesha, ahankara, all these inner nature, similarly external nature, constant impinging of sukha dukkha, the joys and sorrows of life, the transformations in the body from birth to the old age, birth and death, all this inevitable external nature, how to transcend and go beyond, to stand above the birth and death and see the life eternal going on, lives after our lives, the jiva passing through, and the all process of internal transformations, to stand above all the dualities of this world, to view ultimately everything as Leela of the Lord, the whole universe at the will of the Lord, moving, and I am a participant in that Leela. Whatever Sukha Dukkha comes in life and all the duties I am performing is a part of the drama, the cosmic play going on of the Lord. The moment I associate my life with the Leela of the Divine, I elevate myself far from my bodily existence to the pure spiritual existence. My relationship with God becomes firm and established. I raise above all the whole universe with my bodily existence. I observe as a part of the divine play going on. That is the thing we saw. Dusari rati mama katha prasanga. Katha prasanga is divine Leela and I participate. Similarly, in Katha Prasanga itself, the Leela contemplation, while contemplating on the Leela, while studying the Ramayana or the Krishna's Bhagavata or any avatar of the Lord, when I am studying, I must feel myself being there. Sri Krishna is teaching some Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. I am a participant. I am there in that war. I am also listening to what Krishna is telling to Arjuna. And then I contemplate. In such a way, I visualize Krishna telling to Arjuna, and I am also watching. In some way, I am there with all the whole army and all that. Similarly, Krishna and Arjuna going somewhere, or in the Draupadi Swayamvara, first time when Krishna is meeting Arjuna, Arjuna is looking at Krishna. What was the attraction? And I am also their participant. I am also witnessing the whole thing. I am observing Krishna's and Arjuna's look exchanging each other. So this is called Leela Dhyana. In Leela Dhyana, I bring about an incident in the Leela and be a participant in it, experiencing the whole Leela. As I become a part of that Leela, I am separating myself and raising my consciousness to higher levels of existence where the whole universe, Vishwarupa, I am observing my bodily existence, my life also is a part of the cosmic Leela that is going on, where the whole universal existence, the Srishti Sthiti Pralaya going on is a play of the Lord. So I become part of the first part of the Leela as I am a student of Leela, studying Leela, then visualizing Leela, then slowly becoming closer and closer in relationship to God. By stages, I am evolving to my divinehood. On one side, I am divine, and as a divine person, I am participating in my duties and responsibilities of life with my consciousness absorbed in the God, in the Lord of the universe. So the Leela itself, the studying Leela daily, little portion and contemplating on it, reflecting on it, understanding the significance, tattva behind this, and then visualizing the whole thing and being in the company of God. I am moving from the temporal to the eternal. I am moving from the material to the spiritual. The just studying of Leela. The second, Dusari, Rati Mama Katha Prasanga. The third one, Guru Pada Pankaja Seva Tisari Bhagati Aman. Guru Pada Pankaja Seva. Guru Pada Pankaja Seva Tisari Bhagati Aman. Chauthi Bhagati Mama Gunagana Karai Kapatataji Gan. What a beautiful expressions you see. How Rama is telling to Shabari and awakening every soul that reads this or hears this. See, the Bhagavan aspect we are discussing, in fact, in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Bhakta and Bhagavan. What is the relationship between Bhakta and Bhagavan? The two aspects of existence. The one, the supreme reality, and one, it's his own manifestation as Jiva. How to reach back to the source. From the Lord we have come out. In fact, his Leela, his Shakti, Maya Shakti creates this universe with all Jivas, and he himself projects through all bodies as Jiva. And he is giving this message how he withdraws us back into himself. He has projected himself through this body of all jivas. The Lord is the consciousness that is there in this body. The Chaitanya belongs to the Lord. All these are working. All layers are working. Body, mind, senses, all these are working because of the Lord's presence in this body. And this Lord's presence in this body is Jivatma. And this is a projection of His Chaitanya in this body. And the Chaitanya has to go back to the source to be free from the nature again into which we have entered into. Gurupada Pankaja Seva, Tisari Bhakti Aman. Gurupada Pankaja. Pada, when Guru comes into picture, see, we are moving from the Satsanga to Katha Prasanga. The Katha Prasanga is bringing the Guru into picture. We see an important occasion in the life of the Jiva. Jiva is passing through many, many lives. It is like a helpless Jiva being driven by, on one side, desires, one side, the past moments, vasanas, the third is the karmic load it is carrying. Everything is pushing it forward. Helplessly, the Jiva is moving. Though he is running after his desires, it is being driven by the desires, not of his own free will. It is he is compelled. It's something impelling him, something driving him, being driven. He is moving. The ego is telling, I, that's all. But the I is driven by his internal vasanas, his own nature, external nature. All this is combining and making him. Helplessly he is moving. Each soul on this earth, be it of animal or as plant or trees or human, it is the past momentum that is making him move forward. And it goes in such a way, ultimately passing through many lives, it again returns to the source. This transmigration through which it is going from life to life, sometimes animal, sometimes insect, sometimes devatas, sometimes the various angel type of lives, and then sometimes again human. It's going from place to place, from one species to the another species. And each time it comes to the human level, it can aspire for God. It can change its life and atmosphere. So when it is passing, there comes a change. The soul, when it gets a little understanding and it participates in the reality, God is a reality. The satsanga gave him qualification to enter into the secrets of the reality, truth. From falsehood, he has to, from the material to spiritual, from the temporal to the eternal. This transformation is coming just as a part of understanding. It has to change the course of its movement with the worldly background, though with the understanding of the Lord, and I have got all the old samskaras driving me it is like a huge vehicle with tremendous force. It wants to take a turn and go elsewhere. It is not able to because of the past moment. It is having such a speed. Suppose you are going at 120 kilometers per hour or 150 kilometers per hour. You see a diversion. You are not able to take the diversion. You understand everything. You have the desire. You have but the past momentum. This mode pirano, the taking turn. The taking turn needs some support in planes and all. One wing is shut. The wings, this flips behind the wings. Uh, just raise it, it starts moving towards the other side. Whatever be its speed, whatever be the moment, the propelling will be same, the drive will be same. Here, a obstruction is put. A just a it pushes the air. The same force pushing the air, it takes a turn. Suppose this side, I raise the flap and it turns this side. Nothing is changed regarding the propellant direction. The obstruction is given on one side, the other side it takes turn. And this part is played by the Guru. Passing through many, many lives, at last a moment comes where the Guru plane is a different plane. The disciple or the jiva, it just comes to a standard of understanding when the Guru comes and meets him. The Guru meeting Shishya and Shishya meeting Guru is the most important junction in the whole course of the jiva, which has left the source, the absolute, and come into the relative. It is passing through the relative through so many life cycles, it's passing through. When it raises to a certain height, it meets the nature arranged. That is, he is being relieved from the avidya maya to the jurisdiction of the vidya maya. This much of participation with the help of nature and God, he can raise himself. This is called grace of God. Grace of God is always there. A little efforts on your part to unfurl the mast, you receive. Just like heavily raining, I am going with an umbrella. That rain is not touching me. Grace of God is falling all the time. The ego is resisting it. The ego is obstructing it. The ego is driven by the vasanas. These vasanas are attenuated by the grace of nature. And then the soul starts getting the sunlight, the rainwater, the wind flowing towards the divine. It slowly raises from the world of avidya, maya, which binds and drags to the worldly enjoyments. Slowly the soul floats into the vidya maya. The junction is where the Guru meets, the nature arranges the meeting of the Guru and the disciple. The meeting Guru, the jiva's its own Guru, is the where the Vidya Maya's jurisdiction we are leaving, entering by leaving the Avidya Maya's jurisdiction. So this a little effort on the jiva just to turn its face to the divine. That's all. Everything, the nature gives the entire push. The God's will is always their grace, trying to pull. That's why that Kleem mantra, the of Krishna, is constantly dragging the jiva. Just like its existence, jiva's existence is there because of the gravity pull of the Ishvara, the Lord of the universe. It is moving, it is doing actions, everything because of the, just like the moon is moving around the earth, and earth is moving around the sun in its orbit because of the attraction of the sun, attraction of the earth on moon. The centrifugal force and the centripetal force of the sun and the centrifugal force of the earth are balancing each other, keeping it in the orbit of movement. Similarly, is the Lord's hold on the jiva. The less it becomes, the more of the Ishvara's attraction. The centrifugal force goes on reducing. The attraction towards the world, the drive, run, the moment, the speed of the earth reduces, it starts moving towards the sun. It is moving at a particular speed. And earth is moving at a particular speed around the sun. If the speed reduces, we are running in this world. The world, run in the world, the chase behind the world. If it decreases, we start moving towards the center, the Lord of the universe. We start moving towards God. The gravity pull of the Lord on the jiva becomes more powerful, attractive. This transformation, the Guru comes into the picture to raise the flap from the avidya maya to take a turn towards the vidya maya. All things will remain as it is of the jiva. Jiva is going with the same speed it was going towards in the world, but the turn it has taken is towards the divine. It is moving with the same speed, same efforts, same dedication. It was interested in the enjoyments that binds and gives suffering. Now, because the world in which it wanted to enjoy is constantly changing flux. Body is changing, situations are changing, the people whom we love and hold on to are changing, the material things are changing, the weather and everything is changing. Impermanency is there, uncertainty is there. This brings the suffering. Bodily strength goes off. It is passing through the cycle of birth and death. The growth is there, then decay is there. Birth is there, death is there. So, in this, the suffering is inevitable because of the constantly changing flux of this universe and our bodily existence. So, you have to transcend this and enter the eternal, unchanging reality, unchanging bliss, eternal peace. We are entering into that through the Vidya. Guru comes in the picture to change this direction of its movement. And this is an important thing. This slowly it turns back and starts moving towards the source. It was running in another direction towards the world and worldly bondages. Now it is taking a turn towards the source again. When Guru enters and Guru Pada Pankaja means I can never be equal to Guru, but I can rest at his feet. The lowest place, I am at the very low level from the Guru. What I can stretch and hold is Guru's feet. And that is the only place for me to hold and rest. Higher I go, it is all right. But I can't go. The heavy weight of karmic load and my vasanas are so much that I can. And there, my dedication, my offerings my self-sacrifice, my devotion, and all are sufficient to hold the Guru's feet. That's all the thing that I can stretch myself, hold myself, exist myself, place myself, just like I am in the lap of mother, I bear the feet of Guru Pada. That's why we see in all the races or religions or any community we belong to, there is giving respect. In Japanese culture, we see bowing down. It is just, we are just bowing down at the waist level. It is showing sufficient high respect to a person. And we see in some other places kneeling down, coming to the kneeling down. It is more respect. A kind of seeking enters. Here, showing respect is there. Even bowing down. In Hinduism, we see just bringing two palms together. Bringing two palms together is an expression of reverence, of love, and of respect together, as if two hearts are meeting, two minds are meeting, two bodies are meeting. So this meeting is expressed with what? At the heart level, at the divine level. As we raise our hands higher and higher, our consciousness raises from the lowest separation level to the oneness. As we go higher, as we take our hand higher, we are expressing higher and higher. This position is supposed to be universal oneness. I am one with all that exists. I am one with you. This oneness is expressed. And then my giving myself, when it comes to a higher reality, I bow down. Kneeling down is seeking something. I am seeking help. I am seeking, and still lower, bowing down at the feet of God or Guru is an act of surrender. I am giving myself totally. Here, kneeling is a position where I seek with the feet back. The maximum seeking is sitting on my knee touching the ground. And my whole back is lowered. It is the maximum seeking. Thereafter comes my giving. When in that position, the lowest position, I start bending down. The more and more I bend down, I am giving myself. And when I prostrate completely, it is my total surrender. I have given myself unconditionally to you. You have to look up. You are my mother, you are my father, to give. That kind of total giving is seen in the total prostration. That is udanda, like a stick, it has fallen down. It cannot raise. So udanda, sashtanga. Sashtanga is, I am offering my love, heart is touching, heart is inward, Shashtanga, all my strength and capacity that I work through my arms, I giving all my movements, the prostration, that is, I move, I act, I do, my ego is surrender of doership, enjoyership, and my heart is given. This giving of my entire being is Sashtanga Prana. Udanda is you have to take care of me. You have to lift me. That. And here Guru Pada Seva is coming into picture. We will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.